This is the first of I don't know how many podcasts we're gonna do, but initially we're supposed to have done this about 3 years ago, which we never got to. So we're doing it now. Better late than never. But with that being said, this is the Real Wedding Podcast. I'm Travis with I Do Media, and
I'm Jez with Jez Events.
Yeah. So, all right. So, the reason for this podcast is, I wouldn't really say educate, but kind of be real with, I guess, weddings in general. I mean, depending on where you go, I'm sure weddings are different throughout the states, throughout the countries, and stuff like that. But, from our experience here in Hawaii, how we feel about weddings and how we really feel about weddings is probably, the Real Wedding Podcast. So, I'm unfiltered. I'll try not to swear and cuss as much. I know I have a bad habit / good habit, but I mean, it's just time to be real. I feel everything is so just desaturated, and everybody's too overly sensitive to talk about certain topics, and I feel that it's just let's just do it. So
yeah.
Anyway, what is our topic, Jez? What are we talking about today?
I think the number one concern or number one topic that we should talk upon is budgeting. The B word, budget.
The B word. All right. So, Jez, outstanding, wedding coordinator here in not only in Hawaii, mostly in Hawaii, but throughout the other 49 states. We're trying to expand out a little bit more together, but. So budgeting, from a wedding coordinator's perspective, what do you feel budgeting is? What is the number one question that I guess newlyweds or just recently newly engaged couples come up to you as a coordinator? What is their number one concern when it comes to budgeting?
Just basically everything. They always ask me, how much do you think we're gonna spend, or how much is this, how much is that? But I should be asking them the question, what is your budget? So I guess budgeting for your wedding is really, really important. You really, it helps us as coordinators determine how we can plan their wedding. What vendors to choose or to book, more of an understanding of what they want, the bride groom wants, and it gotta be really realistic. They cannot give us they cannot give us a big vision for their wedding, but their budget is down here. So I mean, I
big bottle energy.
Oh, yes.
Do you know what that feels like?
Gosh, oh my gosh.
I do. For big bottle energy. Boom. Keep going.
Yes.
Okay, so budgeting, right?
Yeah.
So idealistically, let's say, what is the average budget that people set? What is the average usual most couples spend on a wedding? Let's say just average,
Well, average, especially in Hawaii. Hawaii is so expensive compared to mainland weddings. We just have done quite a bit. If you average here in Hawaii, it depends if it's indoors or outdoors. Okay, so if you do indoors, of course, it'd be a little cheaper than having a wedding outdoors. Only because outdoors you got
There's a bug biting.
Gosh,
did you shower?
I showered.
Is that why you was late today?
Freaking idiot. Whatever. Anyways, yeah. So compared to if it's an outdoor wedding, of course you gotta deal with renting a tent, renting a tables, chairs, linens. Everything is a la carte as with an indoor hotel table and chair is provided. You know, most venues do that. Um, Man, it's so hard because I mean, a lot of brides and grooms have different budgets that I work with. Um, I must say the average, maybe for like 150 people to 200, average 30 to 40K, depends.
30 to 40,000.
Yeah.
So with
It
that
depends.
40, 30.
It's average.
Okay,
Don't-
so
don't
that
quote me
30 to
that.
40,000. All right, let's take that into let's kind of break it down.
Yeah.
How much of that 30, 40, let's say 40,000.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that 40,000 is allocated to just the venue alone for indoor and opposed to an outdoor venue?
Well, like, venue is like the top of it. So like, let's say, what percentage? I'm so bad in math. I'm from Farrington. Sorry guys. Sorry governors, but I gotta use my phone. But I must say, venue and food is the top priority. Well, the top of the most of the budget. And then if you go and then even if you do outdoor events, like, you know, the equipment, the rental equipment can be as high up there too as well. And then of course photography, videography, you know.
What about flowers? Like, how much is flowers? I know a lot of people get discouraged, or I think they're, you know, from what I hear from all the shit that you talk, is people like freak out when they hear the actual price of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know it depends on the season of what's in season for like certain types of flowers and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, I think a lot of people don't take in consideration that florals are pretty high up there too. You know, I mean, I don't know what you guys think your guys' budget is, but florists, florals, plants, flowers are pretty damn expensive. What is the average cost of flowers? Let's say I want an outdoor wedding and I want the Virgin Row to be decorated with rose petals and maybe some kind of nice green shrubbery on the side to make the aisles, and then maybe like an actual floral arch, right? So, you know, typical.
Floral pieces. You know, it depends how big is your wedding party, bridesmaids, grooms, and you gotta incorporate the bouquets, the boutonnieres. And you know, Hawaii people, they want big wedding parties, like bridesmaids, groomsmen,
Like big bottle energy.
whatever floats your boat. No, it can range up there. It can range like a high. It can range. It can be high. Again, it's depending on the vision. It's depending on what you want in your wedding.
So what is the average price of
Yes.
flowers?
Oh my God.
Let's break that down.
Gosh, I have like
The average, like through all the weddings that you've done, like
Mhm.
what is like if you
the
was to
most
just
I did?
no, not the
Oh.
most, but you know the typical. If you was to
I would say
get a even
a
like
lot,
ratio,
maybe like 6,000 to 7,000.
Okay.
Just
Right.
You know, I mean, and that's going for like a big wedding.
right?
Yeah, because again, it's all about the vision and what they want. Some brides want big flowers, some like small. Yeah, so it's part of budgeting is.
So the average is
your
about give or
vision.
take $5,000 to $7,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about photography? Like,
Oh.
how big do you think that budget is?
Well, I see the ranges from, you know, like 6 and up.
Okay.
I always tell brides, you know, I always tell bride and grooms, always find a company that does both photo and video, because if you get a la carte photo, a la carte video, it can like actually add up a lot. As with some companies I know out there, they have both photo and video, and you know, it's more less. I see.
Well, we're going to talk about this subject in maybe another podcast, but
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to working. Let me just touch on it really quick. I'm not opposed to working with other companies,
Mhm.
but you know, me personally, I'm the kind of guy who's going to coordinate Nike socks if I'm wearing Nike shoes, and I'm going to wear a Nike T-shirt to the gym.
Mhm.
I'm not going to wear New Balance, Adidas, and Reebok and whatever. To me, it's just, you know, the finer details. So
Mhm.
I'm very picky with what I have and who I have to shoot with me,
Yeah.
for me, whatever you want to consider, call it. But, you know, a part of it is working together as a team for the
Oh, yeah.
ultimate goal.
Yeah.
So, you know, like some photographers and some videographers, we have filters, we have LUTs to put over the movies, to put over the photos and stuff like that. And some might have a different taste than others.
Yeah.
So what happens a lot of times is, what I've noticed is that the video color tone is one way and the photo tone is a different colorway.
Mhm.
So, you know, I mean, to each their own. I mean, to me, I like everything to kind of be very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you don't shoot Nikon, And if you don't shoot Sony, you can't work with me. It's just to me, it's just. I mean, obviously we're recording on Nikons right now. We've got the new ZRs over there, so it's to me, it's protecting my brand, protecting my image. Yeah, well,
Expensive, is it expensive?
Tax write-offs.
Oh, it looks real expensive.
Well, I don't want to be that guy shooting with a fucking Costco camera. You know what I mean? Hey guys, here's a $6,000 wedding package for you, and I'm using a kit lens and a kit camera from Costco that my mother bought me because I was a good boy.
I've seen some vendors.
I mean, we started somewhere. You know what I mean? But I was told from one of my mentors, if you will, is the moment you exchange money for a service is that fine line between I'm a hobbyist to a professionalist. So once I exchange that money, here's whether it's a penny, half a penny, right? That now I just became a professional. And being professional, to me, you have to have a decent level of proficiency and professionalism. Right? Yeah. It's going to be hard for me to sell you a Lamborghini if I'm driving a 1992 Toyota Corolla. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm really good at talking. I don't know. But it's a very hard task to do. So anyway, back to budgeting. Sorry, we got a little bit off track over there. But how much do you think they should set aside for, give or take, photos, videos? What is the main? So obviously venue, stuff that we can control or you can control, right? So venue, vendors like florists,
caterers, DJ, MC, equipment rentals, decors.
Right. So those are like, especially MC. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, if you guys don't know, the DJ and your MC is more than often the soul and the heart of your reception party.
Yes.
So I'm not going to name names, but there's some people out there that are magicians at their craft, and they know how to engage, stimulate, engage, and then stimulate a little bit more, and then engage, and it's
big
but it's you know what I mean, like for us as like when we're doing video and photo, to see some an MC just be able to engage, it's like like holy shit, like I'm laughing, you know what I mean? It's just so funny. And I mean, anyway,
they make the party. They make the wedding.
So don't cheap out on those guys. No. You guys need them. You guys, I mean, I shouldn't say you do need them. You do need them. If you want a raging, crazy party, do your homework and find yourself a really great MC/DJ.
Yeah.
So.
And normally us wedding coordinators, we know the best in islands because we work with a lot with them.
So you know the best.
I know the best.
Oh, okay.
I work with the best.
Oh, okay. That's why you're working with me, right?
Yes. But yeah.
So budgeting. Okay. So venues. Next, video, photo. So media assets, right? Floral. And then we have MC, DJ, entertainment, right?
And if it's not a venue, caterers.
And food.
People will remember the food also.
Yeah. Also, food. Speaking of food, make sure you feed your vendors.
Yes.
I mean,
especially
it could be
those there all day. Yes.
Yeah. It could be like a little touchy subject, but take care of your vendors. Like, feed us. We're hungry too. 9 out of 10 times, most of us are working overtime, unless you're Jez hiding in the back. Yeah, calling him out. I get so much photos and videos videos from my phone.
Oh gosh.
When Jez, what you doing, Jez?
Yeah, I need to see those photos.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, we'll post them. Anyway, next topic. What is our next topic?
So, along with your budget, is of course you gotta have a vision of how you want your wedding to be, because that can affect the budget too. Like, you want this, I want that, I want this there, I want that, I want this decor, I want that the centerpieces, I want this type of photo, or it's that vision that you have that will help us, will help with your budgeting too. So,
vision. Vision as in be realistic.
Yes.
If you have a set budget, please do not expect a magical Disney crazy ass wedding. Just be real, you know. I'm not saying that you guys can't afford it. I'm not saying that you can afford it, but you know, the key thing is, you know, the vision. If you have a vision, you guys talk about the vision, discuss the vision. Stick to the vision. You know, maybe we can tweak some stuff after you with, you know, the coordinators and stuff like that. But stick to the initial vision. I mean, if this is the vision for you guys, this is your guys' wedding. You know, as a photographer, like I hear, like we'll talk about another subject too, but bridezillas, okay, and then we got mamazillas, okay, and then you got little baby sharkzillas, okay. You know, yes, maybe mommy and daddy, uncle, grandpa, grandma, auntie, I don't know who it is. Maybe they're funding your wedding. Great, you know, it's great, but because they're funding it, I feel a lot of times they're also dictating your wedding. More than a handful of times, it's just a really weird environment for me to be there when, you know, the mom is kind of like telling the coordinator what to do and then telling me what to do and make sure you get my daughter this way or make sure you get my daughter in her dress. And I'm like, no shit. Like, if I'm here to shoot your wedding, obviously I'm going to shoot your daughter in her fucking dress, you know? So don't have to tell me that. I obviously know these things. Yeah. But to me, I know, I shouldn't say it, but I have a little bit of a short fuse, a little short temper. So people kind of say stupid things to me, it just kind of eats at me. And then because I'm human, it just makes me not want to be there sometimes, you know? And it's just like, what is really going on? Like, why are we, who the fuck is that? You know what I mean? So if it's your vision, stick to your vision.
Yeah.
You know, get input, talk about it, sure, whatever. But the vision is yours, make sure it's yours. It's your wedding. Yeah. So stick to the vision. Protect the vision. You know? Yeah, so anyway.
And you know, it helps having a vision helps prioritize what to, you know, prioritize everything and what to get and all that. But going back to that where parents paying, or, you know, I see that a lot where bride and grooms always stress out because, you know, one, my mom and dad paid, but I mean they invite more people and they invited this and that, but they're gonna pay for it. And then yes, I do see like big moms or aunties telling us what to do.
Or uncles.
Yeah, uncles.
Or
like,
the in-betweeners.
That too. Oh, God. But yeah, I do see it in the past years. I coordinated that some of these momzillas and all that, auntiezillas, they can be very
nasty.
And their biggest thing is, I pay for the wedding. I pay. And then I was remember, like, that's not your vision though. This is your daughter's wedding. It's your son's wedding. Like, you don't have to be like that, you know? Just be happy that you gave something, you know, to contribute to the wedding.
Right. Well,
so, but yeah.
It's real. It's definitely real.
Oh yeah, it happens.
If it's a sensitive subject and you're dealing it with right now, I don't know what to tell you. Stand your ground, protect your vision. Yeah. I know it happens more than you think. We know it happens, so don't try to hide it from us because we can smell it a mile away.
We know. We
definitely know. But you know, protect the vision. You know, consult. Communication. Yeah. Which brings me to another topic that I wanted to discuss about. You know, I feel that in 2025, well, now it's 2026, everybody's a little bit more sensitive, you know, like to what we say, what we do, to body language and topics in general. So, I feel that, you know, I wouldn't say a lot of more people are just a little bit more needy. You know, like, I think back in the day when I first started, you know, maybe I wasn't as proficient, like, emotionally connected as much with the clients. But I feel that now, I feel like clients, like, once we book them, once we have them engaged, you know, once that contract is signed, I feel like sometimes you're kind of nursing a lot of these newlyweds. And, I mean, I get it, you know, like, communication, but I just feel like sometimes they're just a little bit more needy. Yeah. How do you feel about, you know, clients that hit you up for everything? Granted, they booked you for the whole wedding, so not only the day of, but, you know, yeah, obviously it's your job, right? But yeah, if we can eliminate some of that stress level, what would you tell your clients?
Relax.
Chill out, bro.
Relax. I mean,
chill out, sister.
I'm speaking for experience. Like, you know, I've had where the wedding is like 2 years from now, but yet they want to like plan.
But you booked two-year weddings out?
I have several 2020, like 2027.
Oh, yeah, the big bubble
Yeah.
energy. I don't even know if I'm going to be living at 2027, so I got to re-update my contract then.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I have weddings coming up in a, you know, for example, I'm not saying to all our brides and grooms, it's not directed to you folks, but for example, let's say I have weddings coming up in the next few weeks or the next few months, but I have a bride and groom whose wedding is the end of the year, telling me, oh, we need to meet because, you know, I just want to confirm everything. And I was like, I need to take care of my brides first at this first half of the year.
And do you tell them that?
I don't tell them that, but I think of it.
So why don't you just tell them?
I mean, I can tell them in like in a nice, in like I'll be like, yeah, hey, you know, ChatGPT, hey, we'll plan a day or we'll get back to you. Let's, you know, let me just figure out everything and let's do the weddings first. But some days you want to tell them, but of course, like you said, people nowadays are so very sensitive. It's the generation, but yeah.
So why do you adapt to it? I mean, is it you think it's good to adapt? I'm pretty much straight up, like, you know, like,
Yeah.
I'm very picky with what I do too. So like, for me, so for all potential
Mm-hmm.
future clients that I haven't scared away with my potty mouth and my bad attitude or whatever you want to call this shit, the realness, okay? I like to, me personally, before I book anything, I mean, yes, obviously the money is great. You know what I mean? Like, money is the reason why we're working, obviously, to afford, you know, our many vacations that we take like 10 times a year. But also, you know, the fact that I like to communicate with my clients. Like, I want to make sure that we're on at least, you know, beyond a signed contract, emailed back, hey, thank you so much, we're looking forward to seeing you and working with you level. You know, like, I want to be able to at least emotionally engage / penetrate just a little bit more, because, you know, I'm a lifestyle photographer,
Mhm.
right, videographer. To connect with somebody on their wedding, I feel is like the ultimate of lifestyle photography.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we're either gonna click, like, I wouldn't mind sitting next to you on an airplane to like a 6-hour flight, you know, to, I don't know if I can handle sitting next to this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to be able to at least engage to a certain extent where we can understand at least a certain amount of common ground,
Mm-hmm.
so that I can, quote, you know, envision your vision, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I can find a ways to add to it. I wouldn't say take away from it, but things that I think is impractical,
Yeah.
things that you don't need. You know what I mean? But, you know, I like to engage to that extent where, you know, I can get you on a phone at some times and be like, hey, I just thought of this. What if we implemented this? Like, what if we did this? Or, hey, you know, I know you guys have different hotels. You know, I don't know if it's really going to work for, you know, our getting ready session.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, I want to be able to engage with them to
Yeah.
a certain extent. Like, you know, I'll just a little bit, because, you know, like, if I can't get along with you and I can't talk to you on a friend level or a friendly level,
Mhm.
right? To me, it just seems a whole lot of fake. It just seems like a
Yeah.
lot of bullshit, you know? Like, hey guys, it's awkward for me to walk into a room and be like, hey guys, I'm the photographer and this is my team. It's like, why are we doing self-introductions now?
Awkward.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I get it. Okay, mommy's sister, auntie,
Yeah.
brother, cousin it, whatever it is, they're there. Okay, I get it. You know, okay. If I don't talk to you, don't be offended. I'm just busy. I'm in my mindset.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't want to be going around doing self-introductions to
Yeah.
the husband, the groom, or the bride. You know what I mean? I want them to kind of know, okay, hey, this is Travis with I Do Media, and they're here to shoot the amazing fucking wedding that we have manifested and envisioned.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, you know, so let's get there.
I mean,
so,
I'll try. I mean, I do get close to my couples, like, you know, like they're gonna be my best friend for the next 8 months, 12, 1 year, 6 months. But
or
for
if
the
it's a 2-year wedding, then you stuck with them for 2 years.
yes.
Jez.
I mean, and you know what? Like and you know, for us, when couples book with us, and no matter if it's like a year out or 8 months out, 6 months out, we start working with them. Only because, you know, these bride and grooms will always have questions throughout the whole wedding journey. wedding planning journey, especially if they hire us for a day of. I know some companies out there, they start working with a couple like 2 months prior or 1 month prior, but for us, we start working with them, once they book us, because again, bride and groom will always have questions, so that's why yeah, communication is important. Um, just recently, my princess who works with me, she just created this communication log that we sent out to the couples, and on that communication log, we put in all the updates on what who we contacted, or who confirmed. So it's almost like a progress sheet.
So,
Yes, you know what I mean?
so you're putting all of your clients back in school.
No, but it's good for
No, I get it.
because a lot of them is busy. Like I mean, if you notice, a lot of people is busy nowadays. Like I'm busy, you're busy.
I act like I'm busy. I'm not really that busy. I'm usually golfing 3 times a week.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. I'm also coaching baseball now too.
And traveling to Japan every day.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of over Japan. No offense, Japan, but I'm kind of over you right now. It's just over tourism right now, and it's just I don't want to get into that. But we'll talk about it on another episode. But
yeah, so that's what we want to try to do this year, to implement more communication with the couples. Yeah, I mean. Yeah.
How do you feel about vendors like myself, or like even other vendors like florists, right? How do you feel like if they want to pre-engage with potential clients? Like if I want to set up, hey, I want to either set up a Zoom, a video chat, video call, or at least get on the phone with the client before, you know what I mean? Just to, are you open?
Oh, yeah.
Do you recommend that?
I think I do. I mean, they, a lot of couples that we work with, everything now, like a lot of them, like, is very visual. They want to see, hear, whatever, touch, whatever.
The big boto energy.
There you go again. But yeah, no, I mean, I think that's a good idea to, and that's where consultation comes from, like, in person. A lot of people do Zoom like me. I mean, I find Zoom very accommodating, but sometimes in person is good too, because you can feel the vibe. Yeah, so.
Anybody have any questions? If you guys want to get on the phone call, make sure you guys do your, what is it called again? Your call sheets and
communication.
Hey, look, there's Princess right there. Princess, what's up?
We were just talking about you.
Yeah, we're talking mad shit about you.
No.
Mad shit. But yeah, I mean, I used to have that in high school. It's called a dog tag, and I had to have all my teachers sign off on it before I could be a hammer at baseball and sports. So I was kind of a bad kid, a little bit selfish, but I don't know. Sports was my life. So anyway, so yeah, anybody, if you have any questions, like, hey, hey, what's up? We're thinking about using you as our coordinator, Mr. Jez. Get on the phone, call him up, say, hey, if you're free on this and this date, can we have a lunch? Can we just get to talk to you and talk story and feel you out? You know what I mean? And vice versa with me. I mean, obviously, if you're going to be paying me upwards of $6,000 to shoot and capture your wedding, why wouldn't you want to, get on the horn and call me up and then be like, hey, let's schedule something, because this is a lot of money. And we want to know if you can add to our vision or take away from our vision.
I have a question for you.
Oh God, what is it?
I know people would. I mean, I think people would like to know, from the media people, or from the media team, photo video is, why the prices you guys charge. Explain to them why you guys charge that amount. What goes into it? Like how much work goes into it? Because I do have. I mean, all the years that I've worked, I always tell them, okay, this is the price for this, and they're like, huh? What? So it's like, you don't understand. So put some understanding in some couples out there. Why do photo videos charge the way they charge today?
All right, it's a very good topic. Let me just clarify something, and I give everybody shit for this. I even give you shit. I give a lot of my makeup artists shit for this, especially with all the Japanese weddings I do. Okay. First off, at the end of the day, okay, once you're done doing your makeup for your couple, for the bride, if you're doing the groom, the bridesmaids, the mother, the in-betweeners, whatever, okay? Once you're done, okay? You're done. You have another day, a new day with a new client, hopefully. You're done. You're hands off this wedding, okay? For us, okay, as the media, photo, and video team, we're stuck with you for at least 2 months, give or take. And we're stuck with you as in a sense that I now have to go and take all this data, throw it into my hard drive, back up all these data, all the photos, all the videos, put into a hard drive, right? And then gradually start editing it out. Mm-hmm. So I usually do what we call a cull. Mm-hmm. So I'll look at all the photos and I'll weed out all the shitty ones and all the closed eyes and all the crazy faces and all the half eyes, okay? Mm-hmm. For example, right? That takes time. And time as in not so much time off a clock, but mental time. Like if I could, I would try and edit things out, which is not impossible, the day of, when everything's still fresh in my mind, fresh in my head, fresh in my heart. You know what I mean? I wish I could. And some days I can, most times I can't. We're grinding out your guys' stuff, edits after edits, pre-edit, second edit, final edit, first draft, second draft, third draft. You know what I mean? Our work is not done until we deliver. And even then, sometimes after we deliver, it's still not done. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, we're not only there for the pre-planning of your guys' wedding to help create to the vision, we're also there the day of. More times than, usually we're always there earlier and we're always there later, right? Depending if you guys get good food. And after that, then we start the editing process, the photos, the videos, right? And just the time that it takes to communicate between the photo and the videographers, you know what I mean? And then to finally, go over all the edits, It does take a lot of time. It is mentally stressing. And as a human being, if you're going to hunt me for, hey, can we get some these for this? And we need this and this. Sure. To an extent, instead, I can try to do what I can do. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like, there's so many other things there's so many other weddings, events that I'm doing that I need to kind of, like you said, prioritize and focus on first. Yeah. We haven't forgotten about you guys. We haven't. No. But, we're just in the process of starting to edit. So just let us do our thing. And we'll get them to you when we get them to you, kind of thing. It's all in a contract. It tells you how much days we allocate. And if something's going to be a little bit late, then, hey, we'll reach out to you and say, hey, we're so sorry. This and this. Granted, it shouldn't happen. But, as human beings, it does happen. And I feel that... sorry, I burped. I feel that it shouldn't be so much of a... I need my photos now. I need my videos now. Yeah. Just trust us. Let us take care of it. Let us do the process. And...
what's the average wait time for people to...
I try to get out within 2 months.
2 months.
Try to.
But that's the average, right?
Yeah. Well, I think average is 3 months, so 90 days. 3 months is the average it takes. Yeah. Okay. Actually, for Japanese wedding companies, I need to get this shit done in 3 fucking days, Jez. 3 days. 3 days. 3 days. Why? I don't know. You guys are crazy, bro. You guys are killing me.
I'm not naming a company, but last year, my bride... one of my past bride that I seen last year, which her wedding was 2 years prior to that, she didn't get her video. And then when she seen me, hey, how you doing? How's everything? Blah blah blah. So, everything's good. Oh, this thing, we didn't get our wedding video yet. And I was like, wait, what? It's been 2 years. What the hell? So, of course, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna contact that company, and which I did. And what happened? And that person said, "Oh, I forgot." And my mind's like, "Oh no." So, but eventually they did send the video to my past bride and groom like a week after, reaching out to them.
And what happened to that vendor?
Not on my list anymore.
And what happened to that vendor from the actual venue that was the vendor?
Oh.
Probably not on there either, huh?
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very important, you know, to communicate with your
But right, communication,
Yeah.
right? Like if I can open up to you and you can open up to me and get to a, like said, certain where we need to be,
Mhm.
then I feel that the more we communicate, the less chances of a mess
Oh yeah.
it will create in the future, in the long run, or
Mhm.
even like right now.
Mhm.
So
And sometimes we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. People look at us as being parents being perfect for years. No, we're still learning things. We try our best to be to communicate with everybody from the couples to the venue, the vendors. But yes, communication is key.
all right.
Yeah.
So with that being said, communicate. Call us up. Email. I hate emails. I hate going on my computer.
Obviously, you hate email.
I hate, especially when Jez sends it to the wrong email address. Yeah. Don't email me, text me. I mean, in my contact, I have my number. It's 2026. Don't act like we're all formal. For certain things, certain documents, contracts and stuff, yes, email is, by all means, it's probably the safest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But for communication-wise, let's be real. Let's get on this page of communicating as, yes, professionalists, but also as friends,
Yeah.
right? So text me, shoot me a text. If I reply to you, then I'll probably reply to you later. I'm probably just busy. You know what I mean? But if not, if it's urgent, get on the phone and call me up.
Yeah.
Say, hey, we need to talk about something. I have an idea. Hey, I kind of don't want to do this anymore. Just, let's just be real. Let's just communicate with us and then help us to help you create the vision. The vision.
Your dream wedding.
Yes. Is it like a dream cake?
No.
No.
I don't like dream cake.
I don't like cake in general.
I like cheesecake.
Cheesecake is alright. Yeah.
But yeah.
Alright. Well, if we can take back from today, budgeting and communicating.
Yes.
So, set an ideal budget, set an ideal vision that matches the budget. Don't expect a Ferrari for Hyundai prices. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
be realistic with your budget. Always talk to your fiance, even with family members too. I mean, come up with a budget, and then when you meet us as the coordinators, you let us know the budget. Then it's gonna help us allocate where the budget's gonna go.
Yeah.
Because we pretty much know the vendors that we work with. We pretty much know how much they charge. Their package prices.
I don't want to speak for everybody, but if I feel that obviously I ain't the richest person in the world because I'm here in my back of my house studio shooting this stupid podcast that Jez decided to do 3 years later. But if we can communicate and we can get onto this level of, hey, let me call you up. Hey, we really want you, is probably the most encouraging thing I can hear. It's like, hey, we really, really want you. Unfortunately, your budget is our budget, or your prices are out of our budget. And I get that a lot of times. And I don't know if you guys feel bad, so you guys just book somebody else, and then you tell me this after, and it feels like you're kind of guilt tripping me, but then there's no response. Like I had a couple from last year, and I'm just like, let's talk about it. Hey, I mean, I can't do it all the time, but if you want to set up a payment plan, I'm obviously more entitled and inclined to, hey, let's just figure it out, let's work it out. But saying, hey, we really want you to capture our wedding. It's like the biggest compliment you can give.
Yeah.
And by doing so, it touches my heart. And, it makes me want to work with you more. And with that being said, as a human being, obviously, as a human being to another human being, that word called empathy, compassion that I generally lack, right? But, we can talk about your budget. We can talk about finding a way to, cut certain things out, or maybe not cut them at all, But it just starts with the communication process, just be real. Talk to me. Help me help you. Talk to me. You know what I mean? My budget's not set in stone. My prices aren't set in stone. I can cut. I can allocate. and I can also raise budgets or prices. So just be real and communicate. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a flea market. I ain't Aloha Stadium swap meet on a Sunday, but you know what I mean? Like, just communicate and, maybe we can work something out. Who knows? But if you don't ask, you don't talk, nobody's going to fucking know, and it's just going to go to shit. And I hope you have a great wedding with your third choice vendor for media because you didn't want to have a simple conversation. Who knows? Pick up the phone, get off the laptop, get off the email, pick up the phone, shoot me a text, shoot Jez a text, call me, don't call me past 11, stuff like that. So,
You can call me after 11. That's kidding.
if you call him, he's not going to answer. But, so budgeting and communicating to me is, I think it's more than, every, what I'm assuming is, more than what couples feel like when they're booking a wedding. It's like, shit, how much are we really, really going to spend? You know what I mean? And I get it, like, hey, let's take off $2,000 off the flowers and let's put it to more food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, we're going to have 150 to 200 packs at our wedding. Right? So let's allocate some funds here.
Yeah.
And it's just like balancing. I don't know if people balance a checkbook still. But it's just ratioing off your budget. And I don't think it's a bad thing. And
budgeting is not cutting. It's intentional spending. So, your wedding reflects, so you don't have to go into like financial regret, So it's not, do you think?
Yeah. I mean,
it's not,
put it this way. If you hired us to do a wedding and you had regret, I'm so sorry for you. If you said, hey, we really wanted this wedding at this venue and the venue was subpar and it didn't meet our expectations.
Good.
Could be, I'm not telling you to go take out a loan for $100,000. You should do it. But I'm also telling you that, don't, if it's your vision, maybe, don't settle for a third best.
You don't want to go into debt.
Right. But
be
realistic, be happy. It's your guys' wedding. It's your guys', moment. So control your moment, know. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. If weddings were a jiu-jitsu match, I'd be controlling the shit out of it. So with that big bottle energy. But yeah, so anyway, before we run out of things to talk about on our next podcast, this will be it. So I'll have this up for 24 hours and then I'll delete it. So if you want to watch it, and then it's going to be deleted as of
4:40
in
tomorrow.
Japan time. It's 11:40 in Japan. So that means it's 5:40 tomorrow. 6 o'clock tomorrow. It'll be up. So if you want to watch it till Sunday, watch it. If not, you gotta wait for us to. Well, not us, because Jez ain't gonna be doing shit. Wait for me to edit up, cut it up to pieces, and throw it into. I don't know whether we make an Instagram for this podcast thing or not.
Yes. Budget. Last words.
Yeah. Budget. But don't be cheap. Don't be cheap either, because I don't want to work with you if you're cheap, and you're gonna expect.
Okay. What's your last words then?
Control your wedding. Control.
Yeah.
If you can control the outcome, why not control the outcome? Because whether you're spending $5,000, $10,000 to $40,000 to $60,000, which is still, I think, typical in today's world, right? It's still a lot of money. So why would you not control where your money is going? For me, it makes no sense. So, if you can control it. Start taking charge of it, And obviously, it might be a little bit hard to do by yourself. So, get on the phone, get into communication mode, get into communication status. Like, hey, this guy is in charge of my $50,000 that I have allocated for this wedding. Maybe we should be communicating with this guy. Is, my train of thought. So.
Well, my last word is don't let budget limit your creativity. That's all.
Anyway.
But again, be more realistic on your budget. So, but yeah, budget.
Wow, that's kind of ending on a shitty ass note. Huh?
Oh, well, it is true.
We love you. We love you. To all our other vendors out there watching it, we love you too. To our past and present and hopefully current down the line clients, we love you too. But, communicate, be real,
Mm-hmm.
budget, and we will see you on the next one. Hopefully our set's a little bit better. We'll come up with some of Jez's funding, and we'll try to make it nicer.
Okay, yeah.
All right. All right.
I love everybody.
Aloha.